into their split, as in some of their good fighters are moving off to get actual real training. Like they're going to Thailand to get Muay Thai training, or they're going down to California to get all kinds of good training and stuff done. Hey, get out of there. And so anyway, when that happened, then there was a split up and everybody started going their own ways. And everybody who had trained there that did not know me but heard of me ended up crossing paths with me in the search to find a place to train. Since the other one...
What did they say about you?
They didn't say anything after they were done with me.
What did they say about you before?
They were very quiet.
What did they say about you before?
The same. They said only what they were educated to. These are people that never fucking met me before.
Okay, but what did they say?
But they went to this fighting stable, and this fighting stable said all kinds of shit about me. That I was not a legit grappler. I had no grappling training whatsoever. That, you know, you could tap me on the ground easily. That I thought I knew stuff, but I didn't know. And because of this type of mentality, that's the kind of person you don't want to train with. So beware of Roger Steiner. That's the image the public got of me from this fighting stable. It was there, you know, speaking as a warrior, it was smart. It was very, very smart. Because people who didn't train with me didn't know me. The people who had trained with me looked at this as a vile attack on my character. Because I didn't do anything wrong to them in the first place. They turned on me. And one of my trainers, who was a professional football coach in the NFL, he was a professional football player for 5 or 6 different football teams. He was my Muay Thai kickboxing coach. He trained me like an NFL football player for Muay Thai, okay? I had him for a coach. I had all these different people, the people that I trained with, that were real legit people, okay? Like legends, like you know, Dr. Rousey is a legend. Now Ronda Rousey is a legend. I'm part of that pedigree too, okay? So keeping that a secret, nobody knows where my training comes from because I am a professional fighter. I'm professional. I keep my arsenal quiet. My army is quiet. My training is quiet. I don't do it around anyone else. I do it on my own because I don't train to fight. I train to kill. So I need seclusion when I train. Okay.
That's how she trained her guy, or her that's how she trains them.
Yeah, that's how Mom trains us. That's the way Rhonda trains. That's the way I train. That's the way all of us train. We train because we understand fighting is a totally different mentality to us. We are warriors. We are from a warrior clan. We are clandestine warriors. We are destined to be a part of this clan. Before we were born, after we were born, it was in our bloodline to cross paths and be part of this culmination that now has blossomed coming into the age of Aquarius. The age of the woman has now blossomed with you know, my warrior sister leading the path for this clandestine family. And that's why I'm the Rousey Prince.
What was the training stable that rejected you? Or whatever?
Chad Curley's, I don't know what the hell were they called. They changed their name a couple different times. I don't know. Bismarck Combat Sports was one of the names they had at a time. They had a couple different names. Anyway, so they have a public school, and to help promote their public school and the fighters at their school who are trainers, these guys can barely fight. They can barely fight, but they're trainers at this stable. Okay, so they're fighters and trainers at this stable. The guy has a stable, and in order to groom his fighters and make their records look good and make them look good and promote his stable of fighters and his school and open it to the public and make some money, he's going to now create an event, a cage fighting event for his fighters to showcase their skills and put it right next to where they train. So when you go to the event to watch the event at the arena, right across the street is where these guys train. And nobody in North Dakota has connected the dots yet. Oh, how convenient is it that all these fighters over here are fighting in this big event right next door? That's really convenient. Yeah, let's go watch the fights. Okay. And people who don't know any better don't realize the fights are mismatched on purpose to make the local fighters look better. So these guys can't fight, but they're beating guys that can't fight either. So the fights don't even look like an educated fight. Doesn't look like there's any technique in it whatsoever. It just looks like a beatdown. Okay, well, I can see that at my local bar. This isn't, and plus they're serving alcohol at this event, so this is like being at the bar. There's no sex appeal to this fight whatsoever, and that's the way this guy runs his events. So he runs his events. So he's got all these fighters that come in it, but every fighter that walks away from his events that is not from North Dakota, every out-of-state fighter that come from a long way and has been around the block in the industry all over the country like I was, fought for big names like I did, fought on the same card with UFC legends like I did, not once, not twice, not 5 times, okay, and been on a world circuit like I have.
Who did you what UFC guys were you affiliated with?
What, all of them. I was part of the 90s branch, dude. We defined MMA. We made it what it is today, so it could be what it is. We got it all legal. We fought every state politician we could, both in the courtroom and out of the courtroom. We'd pull them into the gyms to help educate them. Because they're stupid politicians. They don't know any better. And they think when the two guys get to the ground that, you know, that's just where a beatdown happens. But when you try to educate a politician to the beauty and the art and aspect of combat, you have to do it very slowly so their minds can comprehend it. So you teach them jujitsu. And when a politician comes in from behind the desk and comes into the mats and you start rolling and they see how much technique, how much art, how much dedication, how much this truly is a system of self-defense and knowledgeable persecution towards your enemy. You're doing it as an educated, articulate individual. You're not just doing it as some thug in the street. When a politician sees that and goes, oh, okay, well, let me take a step back then. Thanks for, opening and sharing that with me. Let me take a step back and look at the whole aspect of mixed martial arts then. So then we had to not only teach these politicians, in order to get it legal, to not only teach these politicians the beauty of our culture, but we had to teach them the simplicity of it too. As in, here's how simple it is. When you watch a UFC fight, if you really want to understand the warrior's language, put the fucking TV on mute. Make the entire room completely quiet, dead silent, and just watch the movements of the fight take place.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What you were telling me a while back, you weren't in the house for the Ultimate Fighter.
No, I was at the casting calls for it. I got invited to go to the casting.
Oh, for the Ultimate Fighter 3?
Yeah.
Who was on that one?
Who won that one? The coaches were Tito Ortiz and Ken Shamrock.
Oh yeah, that created a big rivalry.
Yeah. So I got a chance to meet and greet with them and roll around with them and all kinds of good stuff. But the winners of that season, I think Michael Bisping was one, and Matt Hamill was the other.
Yeah.
Matt Hamill, the deaf fighter, the only deaf fighter in all of MMA.
Yeah.
He was in that season too. That dude is freaking wow. They made a movie about him.
Matt or what?
Huh?
Matt Hamill?
Matt Hamill.
Yeah.
They made a movie about him called The Hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on Netflix for a while. It was an inspiring kid. But yeah, so anywho, what I'm getting at, I digress. Here we go. You got this fighting stable in Bismarck and they're bashing my name. Okay, here's the beauty of this whole revenge thing. In all of his masterpiece, he, like every greedy businessman, fail to realize is their own limitations, because they don't ever cut themselves off. That is a detriment to their psyche. And the reason is because you build this huge empire, but then because you don't understand the empire and you let the power take over and you become blinded to your employees' ways, you start to lose your employees. You start to lose the people that are the glue to why your business works. So he's got this impressive fighting stable in Bismarck, North Dakota, Bismarck Combat Sports. He's got all these fighters that the uneducated individual looks at as professional quality fighters. And he's maybe got one or two out of a group of 50 fighters, one or two that would be considered, we call them the silverback because they're the strongest ones in the whole fighting stable. But they would be considered professional fighters.
Who were those guys?
Well, now Leo Kuntz, because he made it into the UFC, or he had his first UFC fight, even though it was a.
Did you see who he's fighting now?
No.
I don't know. It's some, not Thailander, but I don't know. I forget his name. His nickname is Bang, though.
Bang?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, but it's some, I don't know.
There's so many fighters in the nickname Bang.
Yeah, you can look it up though on TV, but.
Well, anyway, it's not gonna go well. Anyway, no.
No, the first one didn't. So.
Yeah, so there's Leo Kuntz and now Chris Hugh. He's been on pay-per-view. So,
seriously?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he has. Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he's been in a couple pay-per-views. So you've got a couple of those guys, and then you've got these.
Did I tell you that he pulled through Wendy's that one day?
Yeah.
And just eyeballed the fuck out of me.
Listen to me, are you?
I am listening to you. No, I am listening to you.
Get this out.
No, go ahead.
Why I talk so much?
Go ahead.
Because there's a lot to get out, and I got
the people have your attention. No, go ahead. I won't interrupt anymore. I promise.
You got so many fucking questions.
Scout, no, I'm done. I'm done. Go ahead. No, digress. Whatever you do.
I'm just trying to
indulge.
Get to the beauty of the situation, the beauty of the madness that is this creation called Bismarck Combat Sports, and the people behind it. It's very fucked up. It's so corrupt, they corrupted themselves right out of the whole system. It broke down. So you had this really good martial arts school.
They're not anymore, are they?
No, they're all.
I thought they had to go like move locations or something.
No, they're like the.
It just fell
crew.
apart.
They're like the Jackass crew. That's what I refer to them as. Hey, have you ever trained at Bismarck Combat Sports? No, I like to watch Jackass. I just don't participate in it. That's just the way I look at it. So yeah, Bismarck, Chad Curley, Chris Hughes. That's the Jackass crew.
Well, so what's your deal with Chris Hughes then?
Huh?
What's your deal with Chris Hughes?
You know my deal with Chris Hughes.
I know. Explain it though.
No. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm trying to get to the point.
All right. Get there.
No, I can't.
God. Give me. Everybody deserves one more chance. Come on, Roger.
No, man. You fuck with me all the time when I try to fucking express something to you.